Hello friends, and welcome back to Mothership. Today we are smoking up our very own Pickle Back Wings. Let's get started. Now, first things first, I want to trim up my chicken wings. You don't have to do this if you're not interested, but I tend to like them a little bit smaller. Makes them easier to eat. So I'm just gonna separate them all. If you've never done it before, it's very easy. Honestly, you're just looking for the separation between the bones, like so. Boom. Now just go through, like I said, pull off anything super funky, especially any little pieces of bone that we don't want to eat, or cartilage that's just hanging on there. These all look pretty good. They're still pretty cold, just past frozen, which shouldn't be a problem. Now with all these together, I'm going to toss them into a Ziploc. Now here's the most important part of this whole cook here. What we're going to do is take some pickle juice, completely submerge our chicken wings, and we are going to brine them in the pickle juice. As far as what kind of pickles to use, you know, sweet pickles probably isn't your best bet. Just go with dill. And for timing, I tend to go just a couple hours, like 3 hours is probably good. I don't leave these in overnight. I think it might get a little too funky, especially because this is like a pickling product. It might actually start pickling them. So I'm just gonna leave them in here for a couple hours, then we'll take them out and we'll move ahead with getting some rub on them and then getting them onto the smoker. While we wait for the chicken wings to brine, let's throw together a little bit of a rub. So I'm gonna start with some brown sugar, paprika, chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, mustard, and kosher salt. I just got the smoker started, so it's time to take care of our wings. I've taken them out of their pickle bath here. And instead of rinsing them like I do most wet brines, I'm gonna pat these ones dry. I still want some of that pickle on there, but I don't want them to be overly pickly. So just use a paper towel, take off some of the excess. Perfect. Now we're just gonna give a nice coating of our rub all over these suckers. Perfect. So we are going to get the smoker up to about 350 degrees and cook these for somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour probably. At that temperature, they'll be crispy enough and they should get a decent amount of smoke on them. If you want more smoke, you could run them at like 180 for almost an hour and then bump the temperature up, which is usually how I do my wings. But I think I'm just going to run the Easy Bake Oven just like an oven and cook them in a nice hot temperature. So let's go get the pellet smoker up to temperature and I'll see you guys outside. So of course I'm just getting around to filming these when they are done. These have been on for about an hour, 350 degrees. It just finished pouring here, so I didn't want to take my camera out, but look at them. They're looking great, nice and crispy, good color to them. A little bit of char, but not burned. These are gonna be perfect. So about an hour, 350, and these are ready to be pulled. Now, if you're a fan of pickles like I am, you know what a pickleback is. If you're underage or maybe out of the loop, pickleback is basically a shot of whiskey or rum, followed by a chaser of pickle juice. Pretty simple. But the barbecue world has found that using pickle juice as a binder works really well. A lot of folks use it on briskets, they use it on chicken, these are all kinds of stuff. And it adds a little bit of that dill flavor, a little bit of that acid. Plus all that extra salt means that you can brine with it. So chicken, which always works well with a good wet brine, is a perfect candidate to use pickle juice. It should have added a good amount of dill pickle flavor, as well as some salt, and made it so that our meat is gonna be nice and moist and nice and delicious. But obviously, we need to see how it tastes, and I am starving. So let's take one of these drums, show you what I'm working with here. Looks perfect. It's a nice, well-cooked chicken, nice and crispy. Everything looks good. Let's give it the old chomp. Now, I love my all-purpose rub. It works great on pretty much everything, especially chicken wings. But you can definitely taste on the back end that pickle flavor, which is why we're calling them pickleback wings. If you like pickles at all, just a hint of pickles, you definitely need to try this. You can experiment with all different kinds of rubs, but I highly recommend trying exactly what we have here and then going from there. These are fantastic, especially for you pickle lovers out there. These are delightful. We're gonna really enjoy eating these tonight. Probably gonna make some tater tots or something to go with. Just a perfect bar food meal. Guys, give these a try and let me know what your thoughts are down below. Do you use pickle juice for anything else in your barbecue? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And as always, guys, cook something fantastic, and I'll catch you on the next cook.